Hello and welcome back to another episode of Monday Moments where I share tips, tricks, and helpful hints. I'm Sean with Manly Made Minute. Today we're getting out our cover plates. I have had a cover plate I've wanted to use. I haven't used it for quite some time, but I've wanted to jazz it up. And so we're going to kind of play a puzzle today. Get out some designer series paper, get out a die plate, and we're going to jazz up those die plates. So before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'd love to have you follow me here on YouTube, be part of my YouTube family, and follow my journey, as well as you can find me on Instagram at Manly Made Minute and follow me there with lots of postings and little videos and stuff there as well. So thanks for hanging with me today. Let's get started. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm using the Catherine Pooler Lava Lamp cover plate. I love this retro-ish cover plate. I've cut it up. I've done different things with this cover plate. Today we're going to fill in the gaps and play puzzle on this because I've had some designer series paper that I wanted to get out for some time. I haven't used it for a while. There's a sheet in there that I wanted to put on a card, just didn't have anything to think of until I wanted to do this. So I've done some pre-work for you just to make this as quick as possible. I cut it out on white Nina cardstock and glued it down already. I've just put a little pink background on here because that's the color of my designer series paper. I'm using the Recollections set, and this is just dark watercolored florals. And the paper in here that I wanted to use, I've already cut it up, is this one. It's got some gold on it. I love the texture of the different pinks and stuff on this floral. So we're going to use this one, and we're going to die cut this with the same cover plate. So I'm still using that lava cover plate, okay? And then we're going to use pieces of this to fill in. And then I've got another little thing I've done with this just to jazz it up. I love texture. You all know that if you've followed me for some time. I just talk about it all the time. So I had to add a little bit of extra color to this as well. And we'll get that out here. So I've taken the little inside pieces and I've already shaded them with pink. I've used the Sparkling Berry by Catherine Pooler. Tried to do darker shades on one edge and just fade it out, okay? And then the little pieces are to continue that pattern down here at the bottom. But we'll get those out in a second. All right, let's just move everything aside. And then this is my one that we've just cut in my designer series paper. And now what I want to do is I'm going to take pieces of this. So I'm going to take these lantern looking pieces, okay, and I'm going to add those onto my paper. Then we're going to add those pink pieces here. So the question now is, do I want to do every other? Do I want to do all of them? And I still want some of this pink, I think, just to get these little variations. So probably just going to start and go every other, and then do the in-betweens, and then every other to fill this in, okay? So just take I'm just using my picker-upper tool, right? And we're going to pop out the pieces that you want. So I'm going to start with this row, all right? So I know I'm going to go here and here. So we're going to put a little dab of glue inside these little pieces, and we're just piecing this together. You could do this whole piece. You could keep the reverse of these and do some press and seal, which I have press and seal. I have not tried it yet, and maybe we'll do a video on that just to show you. Okay, now I know I'm going to do the opposite, so I'm going to go here and here. So now I'm just going to pop out what I need off of this row. And we're just going to continue on filling this pattern in, and then I'm going to use my ink blended pieces to fill in there. And it pieces together really easy. This is it. Once you get the die cutting done, which is like the bulk of your legwork, right? It'll actually go pretty quick for you. And then we're just going to go back to these ones. So I'm going back to these same two here. And it's just every other row now. Is all we're doing as we fill this in. Any paper would work. Happy birthday paper would work. I'm just going more of that soft floral kind of something here. So now we're going to go back to these. fill these in. This is one you could definitely do in bulk. It would just be the prep work of having everything cut up, ready to go, right? All right, then we're going to go back here on that last row. And then these pieces then are done. And then we'll fill in my ink blended pieces. Now, I think this would look great filled all in as well, but again, I wanted the different textured pieces in there, right? And I'm not going to do every other one here, so I'm going to go every other in a pattern here. So I'm just going to go every other and then fill those in. So I'm going to start at the top here because I may have something in the middle. I'm going to put the two primaries starting at the top just to have a little bit more at the top there. All right. These are on a sticky mat, and I'm going to try to make sure that my shaded areas are all pointed the same direction. So I'm going to try this all from the right side as I do this. And I'm picking them up with the tweezers just because it's on a sticky mat. Okay, now every other would be just this middle piece for this one. You can probably hear my dog scratching over here in the corner on the carpet. I don't know what it is with dogs. They like to scratch and soften up their bed or whatever that is. So he does it on the carpet, he does it on the blanket. All right, we're just continuing with every other row, every other one, shading on the right. Okay. And then we'll do those top and bottom row. So as you can see, I've got two here. I'm going to need one there. So it's this little piece right there. And that's what these little babies are up on my mat here. And then I need the two at the bottom. All right. And these ones got to go kind of a certain way. So my shading might be off slightly on these, but that's okay. And there you have it. A nice, cute little background. Throw a little element on here. Maybe just leave it and throw a little happy birthday die cut out there or something, a little sentiment on there. And you're good to go. That's like the base, about as basic as it can get for you. What do you think? Get out some die cuts and start playing, make a little puzzle, and have some fun. So hopefully that just gives you an idea to stretch your product again, get out those die plates, and have some fun. I know die plates are something like washi tape that I just did a few weeks back that are some things we don't get out very often, right? And it's always fun to go back and play a little bit. So thank you for hanging with me today, and until next time, I'll see you then.